and again. Up the put it in the air. I'm throwing up the, let them know we in here. Yeah, brand new shoes, brand new. The old school, cause I'm feeling real cool. Yeah, I'm from the A, so I'm leaning and rocking. Snapping my fingers, then reaching for my repping my block. Straight from the deck. When you snap your fingers, shout it, gotta jerk your neck. On the best, we don't that mess. I bet you can't do it like this. Yeah, I'm back to the track, back to the snap. 1, 2 step, then gotta lean back. Yeah, this is how we do it in the A time.
And if you ain't know,
this is how it goes down.
Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still?
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. We're playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. But fortune on the Texans side. One of their guys got to it. They're going to keep the football. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd and long. Trying to throw this from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Buying some time right. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3 and out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
That's taken at the 15. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. New set of downs for him from the 31. Dive play straight ahead. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Dumps it off to his running back. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Disappointing way to begin this one as he is stopped for no gain, and 3 plays in, Brock, they're already facing 4th down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, And then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to get this one to about the 22 before they take him down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Throwing now off the play action. Has a man on target to Johnson. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 29-yard gain. The game will be a 1st down, Texans. Give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instinct come to life.
2nd and 10, back to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that.
He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
They say everything in life, especially in fashion, is cyclical. Well, same thing with football, right? And I sure hope that this is the beginning of more and more fullbacks getting there.
A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. He's at midfield. 30. He's at the 10. They're going to score. It's a pick-6 for Seattle.
This offense had time to go through the 5 stages of grief by the time that interception reached the other end zone gate. Denial when they saw it picked off. Anger's return picked up steam all the way through to some reluctant acceptance that they just watched the celebration unfold in the wrong end zone.
One right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Johnson now on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Back to the air following that pick-6. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there will be more interceptions.
Just before he reaches the marker, he's hit and stopped. They got him at the 29.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
The handoff on 3rd and short. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at first down here. They're going play action. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
They cross the 40 on a nice run, and he has it down to the 26-yard line. Even 25 on that play, and it'll be first down Houston.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
They'll work against the blitz. Escapes out to the left. He just throws this one away. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now they're left with 4th and goal. Out comes the field goal team for the Texans. This from just 23 yards away. Buck's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Taking the handoff. Now Wilson. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A big play. 23 yards to move those chains. Great start to this drive. They're in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On 1st down, it's Wilson. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a fairly sound defensive game plan.
He's going to get this to the opposing 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So 1st down from the 41. Plowing up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Not much scoring to this point since we've reached our 2-minute warning. Seahawks with the lead here at Lumen. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Ready, right?
Back-to-back carries here. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. He's got it on the bootleg. Flushed out of the pocket. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know I'm a QB at heart with my experience, but I love. And I mean love. When I see a defense that disciplined, it takes everybody to have discipline against that bootleg, and this defense just showed up in big ways.
They get him again, and this time it's for points. That is going to be a safety. And that drive, Brock, I'm calling that the 2-2-2. 2 plays, 2 sacks for the defense, and 2 points for him as well, thanks to that safety.
You kind of felt it building, right? That's what happens with defenses. They can feel and sense, and they get that momentum. They get the first takedown, they come right back and get that second. Now it's imperative this offense responds because you've infused that defense with a bunch of momentum.
Ready.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
No, Broncos on lock. Red. Hey, check that. Street. Let's go.
Right up the gut. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Houston calls it 2nd timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Bronco 80. Come on. Set. Bronco 80. Trap 60. Ready.
Wilson. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative. And the best of them, they can look oh so easy.
And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
And it's a fake. They only need a couple of inches. And he's hauled down before he can pay off that gamble as their creativity is rewarded with a turnover on downs.
Well, they tried the fake, but no one was fooled. Defenders saw right through that attempt to sell that punt. Clearly, this squad did their homework this week, and they knew that was coming on 4th down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Taking a chance to the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. From the gun on 3rd down. And this one is launched downfield. And the defender comes away with it. Has room down the left sideline. And they're going to score. It's a pick 6 for Seattle. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
You come back from it, and how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I always think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick six to watch.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Johnson with a return here. Making some progress here. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
At their own 36-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Back to work they go after the interception. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Looking in the air here. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Seahawks have it as he records the first interception of his young career. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
He'll throw it. This is a heater going deep. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Texans do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. On play action now, Wilson. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the crowd begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Second down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Throwing off the play fake. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Brings up third down and 17.
Now they send their back in motion right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And that'll keep the deficit at 13.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Let's go.
They'll run here on first down. He's all the way across midfield, down to inside that 45-yard line. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, he got a nice little gain in the ground.
And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he stops for loss of yardage.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Warrior 70. Come on. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Throw here, 3rd down. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And he'll try to hit this one well. What is going on here? He doesn't let this one go into the end zone. He's going to return it from the goal line. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Now here he goes on the boot. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Almost a very quick drive, but the drop kick gives him new life. This is 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Complete out to the right. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Starts the return at the 34. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
And they're on 45-yard line.
Ready.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Rush coming for Wilson. He finds a seam down the middle. Nothing doing after the catch. A good gain on it. They're down to the 35. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. All set to go now from the 35.
19 Tiger.
1st down throw from Wilson. He hits him downfield. This is Miller. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. They strike for 23 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Here we go.
Here's the one back on the handoff. possession game. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explode.
Pressure gets there, right side, it's blocked! And the Texans get it!
I'm not going to lie, for a minute there, I thought we were going to see a magical return taken all the way back for 2. That group, though, is still happy. They blocked the try. That was the ultimate goal. 2 points would have simply been icing on the cake.
Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Come out throwing. All in left side. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. We've set it downs from 37. They go play action on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Rolling into enemy territory. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Sticking to the air here. Absolutely fires this one right side. That one connects. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans shave some off the deficit late in the quarter.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Return starts at the 9.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Texans have some new life in the 4. They'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the 2 are not able to reel it in.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
First and 10 at the 19.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Back now, pressure coming. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
A give now from the gun. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
On the jump.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10.
Pass to 11. Kick, go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Next on the crosser. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Wilson now, first and 10. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
I think if you look up the in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Texans closing in, and they get to him.
Kate, that was so good, really, on two levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
The Texans are in the nickel, third down.
Seven Pirates.
Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Punt team on the field. And they could really use a good one here. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Second and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. He's challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks close to picking up their 5th win. The lead looks safe, but the Pedals staying down. They're going for this.
Buffalo 18.
4th down, here's Wilson. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Count to 60. Count to 60.
On first down, they'll run. Has some room to work. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Seahawks have likely locked up the win right there. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks go up by 19. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. Here's the backup, first throw. On the move, headed right. And that one is picked off, but wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. Still 10 to go, second down now from the 26. He'll look to throw. Flushed out now to his left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the sack forces a now tougher third down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Here he goes, third and long. Run him again, and he goes down again. New clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in the game. That's all right to decide it. One more snap to play here. Here he goes, one final shot. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on